السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم فهد ورجعنا لكم في حلقة جديدة من سلسلة تختيم لعبة هاري بوتر. ولكن قبل لا نبدأ يا اخوان لا تنسون اللايك والاشتراك. يلا خلونا نبدأ رحلتنا في عالم هاري بوتر. طيب يا اخوان اخر ما وقفنا له يوم نمنا هنا، بعدها صحينا الحين ونشوف ونستكشف الحين المدرسة حقتنا. طيب هذه الغرفة ما شاء الله تبارك. اوه كان معي ناس بس هم قاموا بدري وراحوا. حلو، تأخرت عليهم يا سلام. تحت صح؟ مرة تحت. لا حنا جينا من تحت. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. خرجتني والله. ايوه. هذه غرفة ثانية. لا خلنا نطلع فوق. وش المدرسة؟ ايوه في ناس تحت صح؟ ايوه. ولا نكمل فوق؟ والله ودي استكشف، انا ودي استكشف. صح هنا فوق يعني غلط. كويس ما شاء الله. هذا طلاب الجدد او انا الجديد، هذا طلاب حق المدرسة. تعرف. السلام عليكم، قصدي خويكم. الو السلام عليكم يا قرث وزلي.
Hello, you're the new fifth year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley.
سمعت الصوت.
Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
You must be able to get away with anything.
The opposite, actually. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
شكرا. ياكلون. ايوه نشرب نحتسي قليلا من القهوة. يبوي قهوة ما فيها شيء، يسوق امها. ايوه هناك مكسرات. اوه كاجو. طيب خلنا ناكل فواكه. ما غير نمشي ناكل.
That's not right.
هذه
I really thought I had it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
لقد درست معه.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
أنا متأكد بأنك ستكونين على ما يرام. ربما تحتاجين إلى قليل من التدريب الإضافي في هذه.
I'd say your wand work could be a bit more fluid.
My wand work is fine, thank you.
عصبت.
I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. I'm just going to keep at it.
يا استمري. توفيق. اللي تمكن معظم الطلاب من القدر.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the
أنا
Great
قايلها
Hall
شكرا
and
وخلاص.
ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding
طلعت
into
تحب
his face.
تسولف والله.
He was not happy.
بالتوفيق.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
ثانك يو. هذا صندوق كنز. سوق المنزل وضع. ما قدر.
I hope a professor catches her this time.
هذه كيف تتفوق هذه؟
I want to play Quidditch professionally when I'm older.
يا بنت انزلي بسولف معك.
Brill.
ايوه.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe.
هذه شكلها الدافور
Well,
حقتهم.
hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumours about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
لا لم يكن شيء لم استطع. وش قال؟ هو ذاك قال لي لا تقول شيء صح؟ لم يكن شيء لم استطع. نقول كان مرعبا.
It's true, and I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. And of course, that poor man from the ministry. But still, you got to see a dragon. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
لست خايفة من سبق لك.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
هي ما تخاف من المرتفعات قالت. ماذا يقول الناس عن أسفاري هنا؟ إيه بشوف العالم.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat. Not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
Okay, شكرا.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
ظريف.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
يا أستاذة ويزلي تبيني. اسلم يا الباب.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well,
الحين تبدأ رحلتنا الأصلية في المدرسة.
You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
والله متأملين فيني مرة.
Here you are.
هذا الكتاب حقنا حق السحر. سلم.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year.
يا مثل ما توقعت هذا كتاب
It
السحر
would be
حقي.
wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
يلا. كذا
This
بالله.
way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
طب امشي
Do keep
اركض.
up.
يلا طيب. اسرعي اسرعي.
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
اوه. تصور هذه اللوحة الساحرة. اوكي.
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
هذا وش؟ قاعد اشوف اشياء اتوقع حتى هي ما تشوفها.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
اذا وانت ماشي اسرق وانت ماشي. يا استاذ امشي زين.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
ايوه.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
الخريطة. تابع. يجب اختيار منطقة الجناح الجنوبي للمتابعة. اوكي. اوكي اختيار. اوكي. تزوير خريطة السفر الى الذهاب في القاعة مركز رابط. على طول انتقال.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of
لا بالغلط.
our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Protego. Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
اللي من المقصود الدفاع ضد فنون الظلام. ما هي هوجل؟ هل يمكن تخبرين مزيد صف التعويضات؟
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack.
والله نسولفها
My
كثيرة.
suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the
جاء على
devil,
طريق.
Professor Fig, your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
والله يا العجوز ذي سوالفها كثيرة.
Good luck today.
خلاص
And
توكلي.
remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
إيه
Yes,
خلاص.
Professor.
اوكي شكرا.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
خلاص يا بنت الحلال. ايوه روحي الله يستر عليك.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
إيه
She caught
سمعنا
me off
خلاص
guard.
يعني.
I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now.
اوكي
We don't
شكرا.
know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
ايوه يلا. فتح سجل المهام. صف التعويذات ولا صف الدفاع ضد فنون
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
تبي شيء يا بروفيسور؟ ايوه اوه قد اضيع في هذه القلعة ولهذا قد احتاج لاستخدام بوصلة مسحورة في الدليل من دون مساعدتي في العثور الطريق. هذه بوصلة مسحورة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايوه وصلنا.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the
يلا
hands of
تمشي
dark
العجوز
wizards
هذه
more
مسكينة.
times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
يلا يلا خلونا نتعلم وخلونا ايوه لفيوسو. هنا فتحت لنا تعويذة لفيوسو. يا سلام يا سلام.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
يلا
Let us begin with the basic cast.
اوكي هويتي وين؟
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent. As master.
اوكي
So artfully hacked. Good. Now, the basic cast.
جدنا التعويذة الأساسية.
Well done.
اها إذا واحد محصن لازم تسوي لفيوسو أربعة وثم أنمي.
We'll start.
اوكي السالفة كذا.
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair.
يا ما أحب المغرورين اللي زي كذا.
Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. Levioso! Good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
How's the view?
You're good.
How perceptive.
Cast Levioso
Ya
to
Allah.
throw your opponent off guard.
Rather good at this, aren't you?
I know. What are you doing up there?
والله غلط.
Levioso! This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say...
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Levioso!
If only all of my students would accept.
Levioso!
Watch your opponent for signs to attack or defend yourself.
بس عليه الهطف.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
عصب.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you.
حبيبتي
I
شكرا
demand
شكرا.
excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is...
Nice work.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong
أعطاك
competition.
يا الله بس
Well
بالغلط.
done.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand.
هذا غير الفصل
Perhaps this
حقي.
wasn't your first duel.
أنا جريفندور وهذا ما أدري وش.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh. Fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
اي والله وضع
Unsanctioned?
يخوف.
I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. If you want to get the
ماني
most
مرتاح
out of your
لسبستيان
time at
هذا
Hogwarts,
ابدا ماني
you're
مرتاح.
going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps
السلامة.
somewhere
هلا.
unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
اللوكاي براتبلي.
Till next time.
انجزنا مهمة الحين. طور مهاراتنا بدأ اليوم الأول حضور صف التعويذات. لازم نروح صف التعويذات. الحين بنروح صف التعويذات ونخلص مهامي الرئيسية بهذا اليوم أتوقع.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
أيوة.
Sometimes have to remind
دخلنا
him
صف
to finish
التعويذات الحين.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with
شكله
the
كويس هذا
passion
الأستاذ.
and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we
أشرف.
begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
وش الصف اللي ما يعرف أحد
It
في
seems
شيء.
that we're in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
اوكي. حلو. الحين اكيو. ريفيليو.
Accio!
نايس.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air.
Let's go.
After me.
ايوه طلعنا برا
I've
الحين.
always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
هذا.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
اما خلانا كذا على طول بوجه المدفع اول واحد. هذا على حسب خبرتي بافلام هاري بوتر اني ما اطيح الكرات برا.
Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Akio, the trick is to pull the sphere as far. Very good.
حلو. حاول اوصلها يم ال 50 هذا. بس حلو. والله حلو.
Splendid.
الله جبت نقاط حلوة. كم 50 30 مدري كم.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor.
ابشروا يا جريفندور ابشروا
in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
هذا ما كيوس الكورة تسجيل نتائج 50. اوكي. شكلها معرقة ذي. بالنص كذا. تبيها كذا يعني. تبيها كذا عرق. 50 يلعن ام القهر. والله قهر. اطلعي. اوكي لازم اجيب 50 انا. تكفى 50. شوف القهر.
There we go.
انا لازم اجيب 50. تكفى. يس. ايوه ما تفوز علي ذي ما تفوز. طيب يو.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it.
يلا
This
بدي.
round settles it all.
Here we go.
تربيتها معرقة. دقيقة.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
أنا غلطت لو إني ماخذ اللي بالنص أول، بس عندي فرصة ما عليك.
Be sharp.
يخرب بيته. عملي الوحيد أنا بالنص. فتك يس. ايوه حلو.
Let us see this.
لا 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 لا. ايوه جابت 30. 20 بس. تك حلو. ايوه افوز انا. الفائز تحت استدعاء فهدينه يا عمري.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
طالب مستجد لازم تظهر كل ما لديك.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Akio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly. I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
كنا غادرنا أوغندا. Nice to
Well,
meet
it's
you.
been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
See you later.
Of course, you can use
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
حبيبي
Thank you,
حبيبي.
Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
يا ساتر شكله ناويني. اوكي خلصت اتوقع هذه الحين الفصل المهمة هذه. ما ادري وين اروح.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
يرجع توكي يلا بس.
Protego! Lumos! Accio! Levioso!
ايه حلو حلو حلو.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's
هذا
all I need
الورع
to know.
اللي مترنا
I
القصر
coordinate
عشانه.
duels for
قصد
class one.
المدرسة عشانه.
A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does cross wands...
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
انضم إلى ناديك. لست متأكد إني مهتم.
Don't really see the value in organised dueling. Senseless fighting, in my opinion.
It's not senseless at all. It requires teamwork, reflexes and spellcasting. You might like it if you tried it. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Perhaps later.
أخذت
Come back
بالقصة
when you're
وجهي.
feeling up to it, if ever.
وهذه مهمة جانبية على فكرة. يلا الحين بنبدأ مهمتنا الجديدة.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
ما حدث في رحلتك إلى هنا أكثر بكثير مما قلته يا أستاذ.
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
قد بخصوص هذا فقد طلبت من الأساتذة المساعدة في تسريع تقدمك عن طريق تقديم بعض الواجبات الإضافية.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
هل يمكنك خذ معي اليقظة؟
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
ربما سباستيان سالو أو لا سباستيان ما
I'd like
عجبني.
to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A
يا
rather
موفق.
unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
طيب يا اخواني لهنا وصلنا لنهاية المقطع. استكشفنا المدرسة بشكل كامل، اخذنا بعض التعويذات، تعلمنا على بعض التعويذات بهذا المقطع، وبخليها منفصلة عن المقطع الجاي اللي بتكون بداية المهمة او بداية التعويذات او بداية يعني رحلتي الفعلية. فنشوفكم مقاطع جاية مثل ما وعدتكم كل يوم حلقة بإذن الله، ونشوفكم مقاطع جاية. السلام عليكم.